is hot today. Oh, the New England summer. But what if I told you there was a year when it never got hot? What if I told you there was a year without any summer here in New England? Well, it's true. 1816, the year without a summer. They called it the year that froze to death. It started out like a normal spring. As April rolled in, it was getting warmer and warmer. And then the temperature started to go backwards. By July, it was 100 degrees in Salem, Massachusetts. And then just a few days later, it was only 21 degrees. Crops were failing. People were freezing in their homes. What was the cause of this bizarre weather inversion? Some people say that God was punishing them. Other people said that the Freemasons had come up with a way to control the weather for their nefarious goals. My favorite crazy theory is that the new weather vanes that were put on people's houses were drawing down the cold. But what really caused this cataclysmic event was a volcano on the other side of the world. In 1815 in Indonesia, Mount Tambor erupted. It may have been the biggest volcanic eruption in world history. Flames and soot were belched into the sky, and as the sulfur moved across the world, when it settled on New England, the sky was filled red and gray. Frost fell across the land. It got so cold that people in Massachusetts developed a horrible affliction called Ohio fever. Yes, it was such a miserable summer, they chose to move from New England to Ohio. That's got to be the worst fate of all. Now, even though it was so cold, the Salem newspaper claimed that it wasn't any colder than usual. They tried to tell people everything's fine. But seriously, it was painfully cold. While people were freezing to death and their crops failing, Congress decided to double their salary. But then the next election cycle, the American people smartened up and voted 70% of those losers out of office. That's a hint for what you should do. A reporter from Boston described the situation. He said, "The fields are as bare as the herbage as usually in the month of November, and the verdure of the forest has the appearance of fall. What is to become of this country, it is impossible to divine." There was one good thing that came out of this horrible year without a summer. While America was freezing to death, over in Europe, 3 poets were supposed to be enjoying their vacation: Lord Byron, Theo Polidori, and a young woman named Mary Shelley. Instead of frolicking on the beach, it was so cold, they shut themselves up in their castle and had a contest to see who could write the scariest ghost story. Mary came up with the best of all. On that cold summer of 1816, she gave birth to the immortal monster of Frankenstein. Winter bad, summer good. So this summer, before you complain about the oppressive heat, just think and be grateful. We're not having another 1816. We're not having another year without a summer. I'm Dr. Vitka from Dr. Vitka's Myths, Legends, and Lore. Like and subscribe, or I'll send down the cold.